The Uncanny X-Men are one of the most legendary and beloved teams in all of Marvel history, and they bring that same powerful presence to Marvel Crisis Protocol. With three excellent leadership options, a massive pool of affiliated characters, and some of the strongest team tactic cards in the game, X-Men offer an incredible amount of flexibility for players, with AMG continuing to expand and update the roster, especially with the new upcoming starter sets. There has never been a better time to dive into this affiliation. The X-Men and MCP are defined by versatility and synergy. Depending on which leadership you choose, they can control the board with positioning, scenario play, and applying steady mid-range damage. Their playstyle rewards thoughtful planning, smart positioning, and understanding the strengths of their wide variety of characters. Having such a huge affiliated roster means you can always find answers to different threats, if you build your roster thoroughly. Storm's X-Men Gold leadership is one of the strongest in the entire game for scenario-focused play. Once per round, during a character's activation, they can spend one power to place within range 1 of another allied character within range 2. This ability gives unmatched mobility across the board, allowing characters to leapfrog towards objectives, escape danger, or reposition for key attacks. Additionally, when being targeted by an attack, if the attacker is outside of range 2, you may reroll 1 defense dice. Because Storm herself is a low-cost, 3-threat leader, players can field more models than average, making X-Men Gold rosters fantastic at grabbing and holding objectives early and maintaining control. Cyclops' X-Men Blue leadership focuses on sharing power between allied characters. Once per turn, after a character deals damage, they can give a power to another character within range 5. This leadership supports characters who have expensive superpowers like Wolverine's Berserker Barrage or Colossus's Big Throws, by making sure your team doesn't get stuck without enough energy to use their strongest abilities. X-Men Blue teams generally play a slightly more aggressive style than Gold teams, using steady attacks and smart positioning to control the board and the tempo throughout the fight. Professor X's Xavier School leadership is a newer and much more intricate leadership. It provides extra power generation when your team spends power on a reactive or active superpower. It rewards smart positioning in characters who often use superpowers such as Magic and Nightcrawler. The X-Men roster is massive, with 22 characters, but some characters are core to understanding how the faction plays. Here's a rundown of the mainstays. Storm is the heart of many X-Men rosters. At only 3 threat, she brings a strong leadership, a useful energy attack with shock, cover for her team through her leadership's second ability, and occasional control with her Eye of the Storm Spender. She doesn't deal a lot of damage, but supports the team exceptionally well. Cyclops often gets underestimated, but brings consistent long-range energy attacks and a leadership that supercharges characters needing extra power. His Optic Blast is very reliable, and his superpower field leader can reposition teammates, helping with objective plays. If you want to learn more about Cyclops, I made a mini in a minute guide going over his full kit. Link is in the description. Beast is an early staple for X-Men, offering mobility, a character throw, and reliable dice consistency through defensive rerolls. He's perfect for early objective grabs and loves the Storm Hop. His biggest weakness is his fragility. He can be taken down very quickly against energy attacks if he overextends. Wolverine is one of the faction's primary brawlers. With healing factor, a brutal Berserk Barrage attack, and solid durability, Wolverine loves leaderships that give him extra power to stay aggressive. Rogue is another strong mutant in the game. Her ability to drain power from enemies and toss them around with her throws makes her a threat to both brawlers and scenario pieces. She's a staple in the more aggressive builds and benefits greatly from the Cyclops leadership. Gambit is another 3-threat option who recently received a big buff. He is often referred to as the glass cannon of the affiliation with his high damage output. If you're curious about the buffs he got, he recently just got a huge update, so go check it out in the video I made about it. Link is in the description. Cable is a tanky 5-threat character that can dish out consistent long-range damage while protecting his team with his body slide movement and his defensive telekinetic shield. He often anchors one side of the board while your faster characters go wide to score objectives. Domino is a fantastic 3-threat assassin, thanks to her ability to manipulate skull results and guarantee more consistent damage. She's capable of punching above her weight class, sometimes even threatening 5-threat characters in drawn-out fights. Colossus is a pure tank. His durability is among the best in the game, with the ability to bodyguard attacks onto himself to protect his more fragile teammates. His output is modest, but his ability to anchor a point or protect priority pieces is extremely valuable. Magic provides strong mystic attacks and a reliable teleport, making her an effective flanker. Her soul sword lets her bypass some of the most common defensives in the game, and her ability to teleport makes her synergize extremely well with both leaderships, Storm's Gold and Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Nightcrawler is a hypermobile piece that can teleport around the board at will. His action economy is incredible, making him a constant scoring and extraction threat. He thrives under Storm and Professor X alike, enabling quick objective plays or fast repositioning to punish mistakes. Bishop brings durability, displacement, and damage all wrapped into one 4-threat package. His reactive defensives allow him to punish all attackers with his reverse pierce, and his reliable area attack can be devastating and win you games. However, if Bishop overloads with power, he suffers the damage, so make sure to watch out for your power economy. Emma Frost provides a long-range mystic attack, control abilities, and extra tactic cards options. She synergizes particularly well with Professor X builds, adding to the team's backline threat and objective presence. Psylocke is an aggressive 4-threat mystic beater. Her strong mystic attacks and a great charge make her a dangerous assassin against key targets. She fits beautifully into teams that want to harass and assassinate enemy support pieces. Jean Grey is a high-risk, high-reward control piece. She's fragile but brings battlefield-altering telekinesis and control abilities. She works best when the roster is built around her, protecting her when she dictates positioning. Angel is a mobile 3-threat with good defensive stats and speed. His ability to reposition and heal allies makes him a useful support piece, and if you upgrade him to Archangel mid-game using his special team tactic cards, he becomes a fearsome combatant and allows you to gain an additional threat on your opponent. Professor X himself is an excellent 4-threat leader. His control abilities and objective focus fit tightly into the X-Men's natural strengths, and his leadership allows them to generate enormous amounts of power across the entire course of the game if played correctly. The X-Men's tactic cards are among the best in the game. First Class defines early game plays by letting your whole team interact for free in round 1, gaining early scenario advantage without sacrificing power economy. To me, my X-Men acts like a mini Avengers Assemble, repositioning the entire team for flexible mid-round plays. Xavier's Dream is a must-take card in almost every game, as it allows you to reduce damage when your opponent is dealing big damage to one of your models. Children of the Atom provides a rare condition cleanse option that doubles as a power boost, offering critical help against teams that rely heavily on status effects. I'm looking at you, Apocalypse. Other specialized cards like Cerebro, Headmistress, and Mind Wipe are excellent but sometimes harder to fit because X-Men already have such strong team tactic cards. The best way to start X-Men right now, as of April 2025, is by picking up the X-Men Affiliation Pack, which includes 2 of the 3 main leaders, Storm and Cyclops, along with Beast and Wolverine. This gives you a strong foundation to build your roster, including team tactic cards and tokens needed. In quarter 4 of 2025, AMG is releasing a new X-Men starter set that will be an evergreen product and an important part of the lineup. It includes 10 characters, dice, and measuring tools, and it also works best with Brotherhood of Mutants. If you're starting after its release, this will be a perfect first buy instead of the Affiliation Pack. After your starting set, you can expand your roster with these 2 character packs, all of which are strong picks. Nightcrawler and Bishop, Shadowcat and Iceman, Magic and Colossus, Rogue and Gambit, Emma Frost and Psylocke, or Cable and Domino. You can pick these up based on which characters you like the most. Important update, Magic, Colossus, Nightcrawler, and Bishop will also be released together in a 4-character box in quarter 4 2025. One big decision is whether to buy Professor X. He comes with Shadow King, who you won't probably use much for X-Men. Professor X is a very strong leader, but comes bundled with a less useful character for this affiliation. Lastly, the Archangel and Angel pack is a newer release, but since they are alternate versions of the same character, you can't field both at once. This makes it a lower priority for early purchases. And that's your guide to starting the X-Men, an affiliation full of mobility, clever teamwork, and iconic characters. If you love dynamic plays, flexible leadership options, and a team that rewards creative tactics, the X-Men might be the perfect fit for you. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more MCP content. And as always, thanks for watching.